Hello, welcome back to another video where today we are going to be reacting to a thing that I want that I have to react to, but at the same time I know I'm probably late to the party. So before, streamers and YouTubers today have so much backlash going on. It's like crazy to me. Like, as a YouTuber myself, I want to say, like, this has got to be one of the most weirdest, strangest things I've had to react to. And it's like this guy called Sukuna. So if you don't know who Sukuna is, or you haven't heard of him, then I don't blame you, because I haven't heard of him either. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, seriously, I have never heard of Sukuna until his accusation came out, which I'll get to later. But Sukuna is basically this massive YouTuber who gained reputation playing games and all this shit. And like, he's just like an average YouTuber, you know? Plays games, does his stream on Twitch, whatever, you know? Basic shit. So, I know what most of you will be wondering. This guy seems like a chill dude, right? A chill, honestly great guy, right? What type of shit would he be doing to get into, like, this sort of thing? Well, as you know, he had a girlfriend at the time. And, well, how can I say this? The motherfucker just cheated. Like, holy fucking shit. The guy just cheated. Not with another woman, not with another man, but with his Discord waifus or some shit. Which, if you lot really don't know Discord, it's not really a safe space. Like, there is a dark side to it, but like, it's still like, what the actual fuck, you know? Like, it doesn't make really much sense in doing this, but yet here you are cheating on your girlfriend with these people. Now, allegedly, like, I'm gonna say this, but allegedly, he did cheat on, apparently he cheated on her with, like, chilled 16, 17-year-olds when he's, like, 22. Fuck knows how old he is. And it's like, I don't respect cheaters as well, so the fact that this still happened and all this is crazy, and it gets worse and worse from here, which I will get to at the end of the video on my final thoughts, but I want to save it till then. But before I start the video, guys, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, and yeah, I will stop yapping and we will get to the video.
Kuno is a wholesome Chungus gaming YouTuber, most known for his Among Us streams with Pokimane and Ludwig during the COVID era. He's your typical soft-spoken e-boy gaming celebrity, with stands that will decapitate each other for a chance of a one-on-one private gaming session with him. If you know what I mean, he's similar to creators like Dream and Corpse Husband, at least with the type of audience.
Wait, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only 'cause you're here.
Everything seemed to be going fine, until a Twitter account posted a Google Doc with the caption exposing Sykkuno,
Why does this guy sound like, why does this guy try so hard to sound like Deku? It's not even funny. Deku, stop that. Like, get the fuck out of there, bro. Like, why? I have so many questions, but I don't think they're allowed on YouTube. So, like, I'm sorry, but why, bro? It cannot be this deep, can it? I don't know, like, right. So I'm just gonna I'm gonna go on the video. Holy shit, dude.
cheater, master manipulator, and a dangerous predator. Around the same time, another YouTuber released an hour-long video that corroborated many of the claims made in the document. This quickly exploded. The doc sparked a full-blown meltdown across the community, and waves of women on TikTok began posting videos reacting to and discussing the allegations. But things were not as clear-cut as they first appeared. After people actually read through the document, many started pointing out serious issues with how it was framed. That is when the narrative began to shift, and what followed was an all-out war against the accusers.
So that was god-awful. That's it?
Out for anyone not completely terminally online. Is Sykkuno actually a predator? Or is he just a swagged up oomph playing the field? Today, we're going to break that down and uncover the truth behind the controversy. On April 10th, a Twitter account named Hemomel posted a 32-page Google Doc accusing Sykkuno of manipulation, cheating, and leading on multiple women at once. Exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator. It included Discord messages, PayPal transactions, a timeline, and a 17-minute voice recording where Sykkuno appears to confirm key parts of the story. The post spread fast, hitting around 20 million viewers in a day. About an hour later, YouTuber Mugen released a documentary covering the same claims, which helped push the story even further. According to the document, their interaction started on Valentine's Day 2026, when she messaged Sykkuno asking if he was still looking for a Valentine's date. They quickly moved to Discord, and things escalated almost immediately. Within 2 days, he was talking about meeting up, moving in together, and even adopting a cat. He also
Okay, you know what? I want to go back to these chats.
Sykkuno asking if he was still looking for a Valentine's date. They quickly moved to Discord, and things escalated almost immediately. Within 2 days, he was
I want to read these chats for a second. Lol, okay, I'll try that. Do they have an aquarium? I am a big fan of aquariums. There's artists in Amsterdam could make it a date, you know, to make up for Valentine's. Artists, a what? Lol? Wait, how far away is the TwitchCon? Oh my god, let me check. Last days of May. Well, okay, this is actually like only a few months away. Wow, it just really sneaks up. Oh god, hang on, give me a sec. Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe we can get a cat together another time, and besides, don't you already have a cat? Yeah, but they're my dad's. Also, did you finally order the food, Knowles? Oh, I see. So you won't have to bring them if you just move somewhere. No, I guess not, though. I miss them so much. So I def have to get new pets. You know who I really miss though? My dog. Yeah, I was so sad when I didn't see my dog as much. Huh? Like, what the fuck? I don't know about you guys. This seems like innocent. Now, I'm not saying the guy's fucking innocent, but it could. But as far as I'm concerned, the chats seem a bit much. No, I don't fucking know what to put it. Like, you know that thing in Dexter where it's like, I know he's the, you know where that guy in Dexter sits in the car and he goes like, I know he's the Bay Harbor Butcher. I know he's the Bay Harbor Butcher, but I just can't prove it. That's what I'm getting from these chats. Because it's like, what type of shit is this? No, you're thinking half of like, oh, he's a creep. But at the same time, he's trying to dress up so many girls and all this shit. So it's like, which one do you even pick or fathom, you know? So
Talking
like,
about meeting up, moving
it
in
don't
together,
really make
and even
sense.
adopting a cat. He also told her that he had only dated one person before, which she claims is not true. They spoke daily, including voice calls and sexual conversations. At the time, she thought the way he acted on calls was intentional and romantic. Later, she believed he was
What the fuck? He'd be whimpering and never fully used his voice. What the actual fuck? Is this guy a fucking dog or some shit? The fuck you mean he's whimpering? That shit's just crazy, bro. Like, what? Yo. Can't be this bad, can it? It just genuinely can't. There's no fucking way, bro. Whimpering is crazy.
being quiet because his long-term girlfriend was in the same house. The document also claims he sent her money early on without being asked, totaling about 283 euros. It describes this as part of a pattern. Other women allegedly received much larger amounts, including over 1,500 euros in one case, plus paid trips and living expenses. At the same time, he was still talking to other women and planning to meet them at events. A major part of the story is the existence of a long-term girlfriend. According to the claims, they'd been together since 2021, living together
Damn.
since 2024, and she was financially dependent on him. The relationship was kept private,
5
even from
years.
close friends. When she found out, she reportedly contacted others involved and was deeply upset. The strongest piece of evidence is the recorded call. In it, Saikuno admits that he was in a long-term relationship, says it had been unhappy, and confirms he was involved with other women at the same time. He also says he struggled to end the relationship because he still cared about her and felt responsible for her.
Telling her, like, oh, like, I'm still gonna be with you, like, telling her that you're still her boyfriend, while actively cheating on her every single day.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I should have just said how I felt.
When you're
What type of soy boy bullshit is this? Yeah, you're right, but I should have not done that. You shouldn't be doing it in the first place. What type of shit are you on about? You have to be pulling some next level Chris Brown riz in order for you to be pulling this much women. Like, seriously, what's your secret? Like, holy fucking shit, there's no way this shit works. Like, no fucking way this shit actually works, bro. No. Like, not leaking res is insane, bro. But, like, this guy's a disgusting, pathetic human being. Holy shit.
One specific part that a lot of people thought was funny is during the confrontation, Homomo says that he didn't cheat on her and that she's still open to talking because she believes in second chances.
What is why I'm still upset with you, but you didn't cheat on me. You can still talk to me and be, like, make up for your actions. Don't get me wrong, because I always am there for second chances. But I never will forgive you for cheating on her.
Following the release of the Google
How the fuck does that make sense? Like, oh, I forgive you for cheating, but at the same time, you're like, not able to. Like, oh, you can still talk to me, but I'm not going to forgive you for cheating on her. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense. If you're not forgiving him, you could have blocked him and, like, done this all end of story, you know? That's what not forgiving is. You can't just say that. That's like me saying, yo, you know what, bro? Although you crashed my car, I'm still gonna forgive you, right? Although you crashed my car, I worked my arse off for 12 years. That's nothing, because at the end of the day, I still forgive you. Like, it doesn't make fucking sense, does it? Like, holy shit, dude. Like, I've never seen this much stupidity in one video, like, holy.
doc and a video, 12 girls would come out and all say that Saikuno had hit on them in the past, with some of them reciprocating and only now finding out that they were a side dish instead of the main. It's important to note that none of these 12 girls said that he sexually assaulted them or that they were minors at the time. This was all fully consensual from 2 adult parties. Oh my god, thank god I turned him down. Saikuno reached out to me after seeing me in VR chat one day and always messaged out of nowhere or tried to meet up with me at conventions. He bought me Steam games, he showed up in my city for a league tournament and invited me out to a group event, paid for me to play and all my drinks, and we planned to go back out. So he Ubered us to my apartment to store all the prizes we won. Dumb on my part, but I had been drinking. We ended up going to a bar with vintage arcade games to play more, and as a joke told me if I got the high score, he'd pay my rent. He knew I was struggling. After some more drinks, we had to go back to my apartment to pick up the prizes. He wanted to stay and play games or watch a show with me. I didn't feel comfortable and politely thanked him for the night. Saikuno grabbed me by the waist and pulled me against his body and asked me in a flirty tone, "So, do you want something?" At this point, I was really nervous, but I just told him, "No, sorry, but thank you for the fun, and to have a good night." I never knew he had a girlfriend, nor was I interested. I can't imagine if I had fallen for his playboy tricks. He has always wanted to meet up at events over the past few years. I knew him, but never with my friends. This is effing scary. My friends thought it was weird too. Thank God I had such good friends making sure I was being safe. Damn, guess I was just another number on his list then. Feels bad, man. That wasn't the only thing that came out. Once more people started paying attention to the situation, clips of Saikuno talking to girls began circulating, and a lot of them are pretty funny. Even the replies are all guys taking notes.
Oh wait, Mian, can you move the cards more to the right? It's off. It's blocking. More, even more.
Like this way?
Oh, to your left, sorry.
This way?
Yeah, to your left. Yeah, there you go.
I don't get it.
Yeah, that's perfect.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Oh, we just wanted to see you again, that's all.
Oh, you're so dumb.
Wait, why? You look nice today.
This guy's so
Not that you don't
troll.
normally.
Okay.
Anyway.
Holy fucking shit, bro.
One screenshot in particular basically turned into a meme at this point. I haven't really dated much. So, you have me now. My XP bar is low. I mean, hell, even the girl that was confronting him for cheating on
My fucking XP bar's low. Holy shit. Oh shit. There is no way this guy used this to pick up girls. There is no way this shit even happened, bro. I swear on it. Nah. My XP bar's fucking low. Holy shit. Nah. Holy cope. There's no way this res method works, right? No fucking way, bro. Holy shit. Nah. This guy's down bad for pussy. I'm not even joking you, bro. This guy's down bad for women, apparently. Like, he'll probably bark for them at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if he done that. Like, holy shit. This guy is down bad. Like, dude. You can't get worse, can it? Like,
her friends was still telling him that she gives second chances because he didn't cheat on her. There's also an older clip going around again where he straight up sounds like an anime character.
Wait, you're actually so much braver than I thought.
Only because you're here.
At first, the reaction to all of this was
only because you're here. Oh, catch on. Like, fucking this mother... If this guy did posted 2 of his fingers together like this, be like, oh, catch on. Oh my god. Like, only because you're here, honestly. Like, what the fuck is this shit, bro? Like, I'm not shitting on him, but at the same time, it's hard for me not to. Because this guy literally cheated on his girlfriend and decided that, oh, by the way, guys, I don't forgive him and all this shit. And like, dude, what the actual fuck? But anyways, let's read this thing on someone's TikTok. Am I shocked to learn that the streamer I used to watch during 2021, who had the reputation of being awkward around girls and relationships, is a serial cheater and manipulator. Yes, as that's what manipulators do. Sukuna had everything planned out from curating the perfect, desirable, innocent, nerdy image to befriending women to influence to look safe to the public. My heart goes out to all the victims, especially the girlfriend. I hope all the cheaters will rot in hell. I agree, like honestly. I agree to all the victims except his girlfriend, and I'll tell you why at the end of the video. But to all the victims, I agree. Like, they don't deserve this whatsoever. And the fact that this motherfucker's like saying all this shit is crazy enough as it is. Like, holy fucking shit. Like, what the actual fuck? The guy's a disgusting, pathetic human being. Like, what can I say? Like, holy shit, dude. Fucking
Overwhelmingly
dumbass.
negative. A ton of TikToks popped up, mostly from girls breaking down the situation and reacting to the allegations. But that didn't last long. Once people actually sat down and read through the document, a lot of them started pushing back, and they had some strong opinions about it. The biggest issue people had with this document and his accusers was the way the situation was being talked about. Exposing Sykkuno, a serial cheater, master manipulator, and dangerous predator, sounds like he did something much, much worse than cheating with a bunch of VTubers. If you read that title without any prior context, you would immediately assume that he was being accused of either being a pedophile or sexual assault. Even the format of a Google Doc with a massive list feels like a joke when you actually read what's in there. That's not to excuse cheating by any means either. What he did was definitely out of line and not a good thing to do. But all of these girls coming out with walls of text rubbed many people the wrong way and felt like an attempt to grab whatever clout they could from this situation. Hi, I'm a fully grown woman, and let me tell you how I had a heterosexual encounter with a male. Can't believe I survived. We should kill him. So you went out on a date with him, he paid for everything and was super nice, nothing else happened, and now you're trying to cancel him for clout because you see all—
Now. Holy fucking shit, dude. Like, I have nothing to say. Why the fuck did I even stop
the attention
video?
about it got it. Probably the craziest clip to come out after the doc dropped was from a girl who posted a 12-minute video about her experience with him. In it, she says that they had consensual sex and that he finished inside of her. The way she tells the story, especially with her crying, makes it sound like she is describing something non-consensual, but she clearly says in the video that she gave consent. So what she is actually revealing is that they hooked up, bro came in her galupa, and she was okay with it at the time.
And we end up having sex. And I didn't have it in me to tell him to stop. So I just let it happen. And while this was happening, while we were doing it, I always wear protection, and I only sleep with people I'm in a relationship with. So I'm not used to one-night stands or anything like that. But we were not using protection, and I'm legally hard of hearing, if you guys don't know already.
You consented to it, and now you're making it sound like it's a bad thing. Now, although Sukkuno's a piece of shit for cheating in the first place, don't get me wrong, at the same time, I understand why people take titles unseriously. Like, if I saw that title, like, exposing Sukkuno, a cheater, pred, and a pedophile, whatever, I'd immediately look at that title and then say, oh, the guy's a disgusting piece of shit. Like, don't get me wrong, I still think he's a disgusting piece of shit for cheating. But at the same time, it's like, yo, that's it? Like, What the actual fuck? You know, like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. So it's like, although Sukuna is a piece of shit for cheating, at the same time, we don't know if, like, the stories that these victims come up are either made up for views, or just to give him a bad image, or like they're genuinely true, because none of us know that. I don't know that. Most of you who are watching this video probably don't know that. That's the biggest issue. You know, like, this gets worse and worse and worse, probably in this video, so I guarantee you this shit ain't even gonna be happening, that's for sure.
But in the heat of the moment, he asked me if it was safe, and I didn't hear him, but I just said, and he finished inside of me, and then that was it.
Homelander couldn't get this story out of me.
I thought the sex was consensual at the same time. I wasn't drinking. I literally, he just convinced me that I wanted to fuck him, and I did it, and now, like, I regret it, or something like that, and they're gonna use that. They're gonna go, you fucking raped that woman, and it's going to happen.
I'm losing my mind. Why does it keep getting more stupid? Agrees to share a room with him, claims he made a move on her, she gave him oral because she's a people pleaser, according to her, eats a banana to disassociate, found this funny, admits to having sex with him the next morning, claims to always have sex with protection and only with people she's in a relationship with, claims not to hear him ask, is it safe, before she replies with, thus he finishes inside her. Her first question to him after the act isn't about the lack of protection, but when his last relationship was, or if he sleeps around a lot. If you're a victim, the only thing you'd be a victim to is your own stupidity. This is a perfect example of why you should avoid putting yourself in situations that could turn sexual if you're not confident in your ability to set clear boundaries and say no when needed. Trying to rewrite history and frame this as some kind of assault is completely disingenuous. Stuff like this is exactly why actual victims of sexual assault don't get taken seriously. Too many of these.
I agree, because although this could be real or fake, I'm not an expert to say. Like, these allegations, false allegations, are the reason why real victims aren't taken seriously. Whether you're a man or a woman, right? Like they're not gonna be taken seriously if it's a false allegation. That's why people always ask for proof of evidence or whatever, right? So they can prove that it's not a false allegation, and then they can do whatever they can to stop it from happening to other people. So, like, these types of things need to be taken seriously. Like, I don't give a fuck if it's like fake or not. Like, people shouldn't be faking shit like this. And I know that I haven't been essaying all this shit, but I've heard stories from like streamers, people I know, everywhere around for this shit. And it's just the most disturbing, disgusting feeling I have ever heard. Like, I wouldn't even wish SA on anyone. Not even my enemy, not even the people I hate. Fuck, not even Jack Dory out of all people. Like, that's how much I wouldn't wish this shit on anyone, bro. No, that's all I'm gonna say. Like, even though this could be real or fake, I'm not the type of person to tell you. But honestly, at this point, this is getting deeper and deeper. Like, it can't get worse than that, can it? Like, holy shit. But, like, at the same time, you've got to understand, like, shit like this does not get you anywhere. And I think that's what I'm trying to get a point across here, but hey, at the end of the story and all this shit. Yeah.
allegations turn out to be nothing burgers that poison the well for real stories. Regretting sex with someone or thinking, I said yes, but in my head I meant no, is not sexual assault. It's being mad at yourself for not verbalizing your boundaries and saying yes to things you were uncomfortable with, even when you had every chance to speak up. You literally admitted in this video to giving verbal consent to him, hanging on to it and only coming out with this story because she claims to feel blindsided by him having a girlfriend, makes this come across more like a scorned side piece looking for a paycheck. This wasn't assault whatsoever. It was consensual sex between adults followed by regret and retroactive framing. Take responsibility for your choices instead of playing victim. By now, the original accusers were getting more heat than Saikuno. Her Momal quote tweeted her Google Doc tweet saying that English wasn't her first language, as if that's somehow an excuse. The only girl that Saikuno had relations with that didn't seem to want to smear him as a predator was a creator named Powder. At first, she just tweeted a picture of her DMs with him, saying, ladies, you're not special, we're all special. But once she started seeing other girls try framing him as something potentially worse than a cheater, she came out and said, can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely. But never once did I feel manipulated by this dude. He's a huge flirt, but I was incredibly aware of the power dynamic. Also, he was just friendly. He's quite forward with his riz, which I didn't like being around. Gave me player vibes. Am I going to flip out on him? No. Usually when someone is like that, they're already talking to multiple people. I see some women trying to play victim as if they didn't have a brain in the situation. Also saw people throwing the word predator around. I think that's unreasonable. Muujin never really was a reliable narrator. If a large creator who is friendly asks to play a game with you, would you say no? This would catch the attention of Muujin, the creator that posted the hour-long video alongside Hemomal's Google Doc. Can you criticize him for cheating? Absolutely, but I had no viewers whatsoever and became desperate after trying everything to be relevant, so I chose to appeal to the people who hate my gender in order to pay rent. Am I going to flip on a serial cheater who had sex with women without telling them that they'd be homewreckers? Of course not. Morals are an obstacle to my income. Muujin was never really a reliable narrator, so when his video eventually comes out about me being cancelled by my audience for secretly having dated a black guy, even though I keep saying that I can't stand minorities, please don't trust him. Also, English is my first language, and I have no idea that predator can mean a person or organization that uses weaker people for their own advantage. But it's okay, my audience gobbles up anything I say anyway. Dumbass simps, Lamau. Eventually, after getting even more blowback, Muujin made another tweet trying to clarify his intentions with the video, with replies locked of course. Some members of my community have reached out regarding a few concerns, and I want to make sure I properly address them before we fully move on from this topic. The truth is, Saikuno's serial cheating and manipulation was only the tip of the iceberg, and I was hoping the video would encourage the many others who have stayed quiet for years to finally find the courage to talk about their experiences. Unfortunately, with the current state of affairs, that doesn't seem like it will happen anymore, even if they were to somehow fit the image of a perfect victim. I don't blame them whatsoever. Instead, I can only wish them the best, and I hope that his ex, who was cheated on for over 5 years, can find the peace that she deserves. Despite the accusers receiving massive amounts of backlash from what felt like everybody on Twitter, some creators still went on stream to talk about the situation in a less than charitable light. More specifically, Pokimane would talk about the situation and mention the victims with.
What the fuck does Pokimane have to do with the situation? I swear to God, she has to, like, get involved in everything, bro. Like, holy fucking shit. There is no fucking way, like... Dude, like, I get it. She played with him in 2021. Was it 2020 or some shit, right? But, like, what does she have to say about the situation? Like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense. But anyways, let's hear what she says. Like, she could have a good fact for once. Or not. Like, I don't fucking know. Let's just hear what she says.
Actually elaborating on what specifically happened, making it out to seem much worse than what actually happened.
And, I think what I really want to say is I am just so sorry for all the hurt that's been caused to the victims, to our communities. I feel like I feel everyone's heart. hurt and shock and confusion, and I'm right there
Nothing
with
so
you.
far.
I really try so hard to make my channel a safe space for everybody, and I really hope the people that do need to speak up will.
XQC would reply asking, who are the victims in this case? And please, elaborate on victims. Of what? To which Pokimane would reply,
trade silver.
Victims of cheating, right? Using lingo that's used for predators, groomers, and PDF files for a cheater is kinda crazy, no? Just because it's the context you hear it in doesn't mean it's the only one. The comments about the way Pokimane framed this were mixed in the replies. Even other streamers had differing views about it. Asmongold disagreed with XQC, saying he thinks that is the right use of the word.
I disagree with this. I actually disagree with XQC on this. I think that somebody is a victim of a manipulator, a person who leads them on, who gives them the false impression, and who intentionally tries to take advantage of that impression that they don't have. Like, and I don't think that like, if you want to argue about the vocabulary, I mean, again, I think that categorically victim is the right word to use.
XQC responded saying that's easy for Asmon to say that because he's the one being accused of harming victims. If he was the one in this situation, he would say that the wording is too strong.
What if I said that all his OTK mates are all victims of this person who's evil because he's doing some financial sabotage by being part of OTK and trolling the game by having these wild takes and pretty much damaging the whole org down by tarnishing their name and making sure that their income is scuffed over, and all the people that work there are victims of him. Whoa, guys, whoa, you can't say that. Whoa, you can't do this, it's insane.
Coming out of the other side of this, it's clear that Sykkuno is not a predator by any means, but what he did was not right and a messed up thing to do. Cheating on your girlfriend while not being illegal is a horrible thing to do and leaves them devastated when they find out. Nicholas DiOrio hit the nail on the head when he said that Sykkuno would be in a way worse spot if his accusers didn't smear him as a predator and used therapy speak to describe his actions. This might be the first time that a Google Doc has had such flimsy evidence that it completely destroyed the accusers' reputations, ruined any credibility they might have, and exposed an entire group of people as being snakes. And again, there are legitimate grievances here, but they somehow framed it in the worst way possible, to the point of nothing mattering anymore. Once you lie about something as serious as this, people will never take you seriously again. It completely poisoned the well on any future discussion that could happen. If you want to take someone down, the absolute worst thing you can do is lie, because it will come back to haunt you. Whilst making this video on the 17th of April, Sykkuno released an official response to the situation as well as a statement from his girlfriend. I would like to apologize to everyone I have disappointed, most of all to my girlfriend. I am so sorry I put you through so much. I never want to make these mistakes again and hurt you and the people I care about. I was unfaithful and I own and fully admit to that. I lied to people and told them I was single, which I know is not right. I'm sorry to all of the people that I hurt by doing this. The following is not an attempt to minimize what I have done.
Keep in mind, if you don't want to read the whole apology video and shit, I have put it on my, on my channel, on my reels and shit, on my YouTube shorts thing. So, like, if you want to check it out, then here it is. But if you want to listen to it, I'm just going to, like, carry on the video. But if you want to check out the actual thing, you know where to find it, obviously. I'm not going to bother with that. Like, it's not free plugging either.
However, I have seen false accusations about me that are not true. I cannot allow false accusations and such extreme labels to be placed on me. I do understand that the people making these claims did it from a place of hurt, so please do not send any more hate to anyone. I just want the situation to get better, and I wish them the best. My girlfriend and I didn't respond quickly because we were already working on our relationship and communication before this happened. Having so much private information exposed to the public has made it incredibly difficult for us to heal together. I will be taking a break from streaming and the internet to better myself and give us the time we need to try and improve our relationship. Thank you for reading, and I will continue to learn and grow from this experience. Along with this was a statement from his girlfriend, who has chosen to stay with Sykkuno despite the years of cheating and completely disrespecting her. Hi there, I want to start by saying thank you.
That's what I mean. That's the worst thing I wanted to tell you about. Despite this piece of shit for cheating on his girlfriend, she still chooses to stay with him. Like, it doesn't make sense. When you cheat on someone, you don't just stay with them and ignore the fact, right? Once you cheat on that person, the damage is already done. There's no going back to this. You'd either have to sort out counseling, B, give each other space, or C, just drop it all altogether and go find someone new. You can't just stay with a person immediately after talking to like 8 to 10 people who are apparently victims. Like, I'm not saying like all of them are not victims and shit, because there could be some victims out there, but at the same time, could be some victims. I'm not saying that, but like talking to as many girls, and then when you see that, you still choose to stay with them. Like, I understand where she's coming from of like, oh, Sukuna would never do this, he wouldn't do that, whatever, right? But at the same time, you have got to understand, cheating is still cheating no matter what. This cannot be repaired or fixed. You can't just like stay together and then hope for a bond or hope to fix broken pieces of that, right? It's like, let me give you an example, right? Say like if a person's got shot, right, with a gun, fully shot in the chest or a rib, right? You can't just like, you can put pressure on the wound, but it won't do much until the ambulance comes, right? Like, half the time, like, it wouldn't be able to work until the ambulance arrives, right? But once you get to the hospital and then you end up dying on the way there, like, and then you end up dying on the way there, it's like, you can't just get shot and expect for you to like survive it, you know? Like, getting shot is a 50-50 chance. It could either be a miracle and you end up in hospital, or you die, right? That's the thing that I was on about with Sukuno's girlfriend, right? Once you get cheated on, there's no going back. Like, I'm sorry, like, whoever cheated on these people, whoever cheated, like, I despise cheaters, bro. Like, I despise them, honestly. But like, at the same, but like, claiming, like, but like, at the same time, you can't just stay with him because, oh, he cheated because I forgive him. That's like, that goes beyond everything, bro. That's just me, though. That's just me. Like, if she wants to stay with him, she can. But like, at the same time, you really shouldn't. But that's just me, though. Like, if you want to stay with him, you can stay with him. That's up to you. Like, at the same time. But like, in my opinion, it shouldn't really be a thing, you know? But hey, I mean, it is what it is, I guess, right? Like, it don't make sense. That's just me.
Those who have been checking in on me and wishing me well during such a difficult time. It's been extremely heartbreaking to learn everything I know now. And going through this has been one of the hardest things I've ever been put through in my life. I've been tossed around from all sides. Me and my reality have been continuously shattered. Though, no matter how broken I am, I never wanted this to be public. It deeply hurts me that I wasn't given a choice in that, or even just warned that this would be happening at all. I didn't want this. Even after the fact, I wish they would have at least checked in on me or asked me how I felt about everything, but I haven't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. I understand that those involved with him may have been hurt as well, but I don't believe my feelings were considered in this situation at all. Having my worst fears become my reality, then put on full display and used for profit for everyone to see is absolutely mortifying. It truly feels like a nightmare. It was already hard enough trying to work through things in private. This has just added another layer of difficulty and stress on top of everything. It's made it so much harder for me to cope. Prior to all of this becoming public, we were already making changes to improve our relationship, and while I could have chosen to leave, I ultimately made the decision to stay with the hopes of repairing our relationship together. Even though all of the things I've learned are incredibly disappointing and shocking, I don't think they are irredeemable. It's been hard handling things unfolding this way, but I believe this will be a step in the right direction. With time, I hope everyone can focus on healing and being better versions of themselves. The choice to stay with Sykkuno despite years of cheating on her and pretending she doesn't exist was certainly an interesting choice. Some call it true love, but the majority of the reactions seem to be aligned on the pure shock of deciding to stay with someone who disrespected you so much. Maybe you've never deeply loved someone before. Hopefully they are both able to heal and he stops being like this. If the dude ends up cheating or flirting with other people again, she really has nobody to blame but herself at this point. The dude is 35 years old. It's not like he's incapable of recognizing right from wrong. He just doesn't respect her. He cheated, got caught and exposed. She blames the girls instead of him. This MF is Light Yagami. Those 3 tweets basically map out the entire conversation happening online right now. The reaction to her choosing to stay isn't one single thing, and it isn't 3 things either. It's this whole messy spectrum of opinions, and compressing it down to fans support her or fans are mad at her misses what's actually going on. On one end, you've got the sympathetic crowd, the people who are basically saying love is complicated, people stay in relationships for 1,000 reasons you're never going to understand from the outside, and you really shouldn't be judging a stranger about the biggest call of her life, which honestly is a pretty fair way to look at it. Then you've got a different group that I'd call the concerned crowd, and this one's a little more uncomfortable to talk about. These are the people pointing out that she's been living with him since 2024, that her whole life is pretty tangled up in his streaming career, and they're asking the questions that nobody really wants to ask out loud, which is how free is the choice to stay when leaving means blowing up your entire financial situation at the same time. They're not being hostile towards his girlfriend and not necessarily Sykkuno either, but more so the position she's in. Then you've got the tough love crowd. They're both fully grown adults, and if he does it again, it's on her take. I go back and forth on that one personally because on one hand, she is 35 years old and treating her like she can't make her own choices is a special kind of condescension. And then you've got the 4th group, which is honestly where most of the actual heat is going right now. And this is the camp that has completely weaponized her statement against Mugen and Himomel. The reading is basically, she said she didn't want this, she said nobody checked on her, she said her worst moment got turned into content, so you hurt her more than the cheating ever did. That's the take that I've seen gaining the most traction so far, and that's the one that's been the most damaging for the accusers, Mugen in particular, because if you actually go back and read what she wrote, she says she never wanted this to be public. She says she wasn't given a choice, she says her pain got used for profit, and reveals that she hasn't heard anything from the people involved since this all came out. That one line is a guided missile and it's aimed at a very specific person. If we go back to Mugen's clarification tweet, he frames his decision to make the video to be on Sykkuno's girlfriend's side, stating, "I hope that his ex who was cheated on for over 5 years can find the peace that she deserves." This was the mission statement, Mugen hand on heart telling everyone that the hour-long video essay wasn't a hit piece, wasn't content farming, and wasn't a grudge, that it was for her, the silent victim, the girlfriend, the person who got cheated on for 5 years and deserved peace. Every single time somebody pushed back on the tone or the framing or specifically the word predator, the response was the same thing, which is, "I'm doing this for the women who couldn't speak for themselves." That was his shield and the entire moral foundation the video was standing on. So then, on, the woman he built that shield around finally gets to speak. And what does she actually say? That nobody warned her, that nobody has checked in on her, not a single DM, not one, hey, are you doing okay? Nothing before the video dropped and nothing after. That her worst fears got packaged up, monetized, and put on display. She used the words mortifying, nightmare, and used for profit. That is not a thank you note. That is the person you said you were fighting for telling you in the politest way possible that in the exact moment you were supposedly protecting her, you were actually the one holding the camera and collecting the ad revenue. And the thing is, every single camp on that spectrum of reactions I previously explained has a reason to be mad at Mugen specifically. The sympathetic crowd thinks he dragged her through public hell she never asked for. The concerned crowd thinks he talked endlessly about her situation without ever actually doing anything to help her out of it. The tough love crowd thinks he treated a full-grown woman like a helpless kid who needed saving, and the fourth crowd straight up thinks he used her as a prop in his own narrative. Being wrong in that many different directions at once is kind of an accomplishment, honestly. So here's my take on the situation. First of all, cheating is genuinely a shitty thing to do. I didn't know much about Saikuno before this situation, but based on what I know now, he seems like a shitty person with great riz. Saikuno lied to his girlfriend for years, lied to the women on the side, and used a carefully built wholesome image to cover up some pretty selfish behavior. None of that gets excused because the accusers overplayed their hand. But Mugen is the one who turned a bad situation into something much worse because he reached for the loudest word he could find, wrapped it in moral language, and then claimed to be doing it for a woman he never once contacted. That isn't journalism and it isn't advocacy, it's YouTube content. And as for his girlfriend, whatever anyone thinks about her choice to stay, it is her choice. She is a grown adult who knows him better than any of us on the internet do. She said clearly that she wants to work through this privately, and respecting that is the least the internet can do after putting her through a week of this. I said earlier, and I'm gonna say it again, if you want to take someone down, the worst thing you can do is lie. The second worst thing is trying to tell the truth on behalf of somebody who never asked you to. This situation is still developing, so if you'd like to stay updated, please subscribe with notifications on. Meanwhile, click the video on screen for more.
Yeah, like that's it. I'm gonna take a break for a second and give you my final thoughts. Now, with the Saikuno situation, I want to start talking about it, talk about the girlfriend, because despite all of this happening, with Saikuno cheating on her multiple times and all this, but then still chooses to stay with her. Like, I'm 50-50 in that situation because the other half of me is like, he cheated on you, he's a piece of shit, and manipulated you, but you still choose to stay with her. Like, on one side, right? But on the other side, I'm thinking like, okay, she's a grown-ass woman. She can do whatever she wants. It's completely her choice. And if she wants to sort things out with him, I respect it. So like, despite all of that happening, I'm surprised that she chose to stay with him, because this guy is not a knight in shining armor. This guy is not a... This guy's not like fucking... This guy's not like a fucking knight or like a fucking thing. Or like a superhero with a cape trying to save her. Like, no. Like, this motherfucker's just a piece of shit. And like, the fact that she still chooses to stay with him, in my opinion, is just stupid. But at the same time, I can sort of understand it. Like, you know, it's her choice and all this shit. So, I mean, I guess, like, although she is a piece of shit, I can admit, at the same time, I can sort of understand it. But yeah, the second thing I want to talk about is the victims. Because when you title something like that, it damages a person's reputation, no matter if it's a boy or a girl, a child, or like anyone else in the YouTube world. If you have a title with the word predator, pedophile, or anything that's bad or makes you give you a bad image, the damage is already done. Because let's be honest, all this guy did was cheat on her. All this piece of shit did was cheat on her and decide and spoke to other women telling them that, oh, I'm single or this or that, da whatsoever. And it's like, what does that have to do with anything with being a pedophile? Like, let me give you an example. Say if I put Michael B. Jordan, right? And I make a video saying Michael B. Jordan is the killer, a pedophile, and a piece of shit that bullies cancer patients or whatever, right? Whilst all he did is made a bad comment on a tweet that was unintentional, right? Like, that's enough to damage a man's career or a woman's career. And shit like this is the reason why, victims that are afraid to speak up. Whether you're a man or a woman, right? Victims are afraid to speak up because they're going to say, oh, it's false, we need proof. Oh, do you have anything that can be suitable for your case or this? And it's just sad because, let's be honest, whether if this shit is for clicks and views or whether it's this and that, it's just disgusting and pathetic because I can admit, I'm making these videos not because of clout and views and money. I make no money out of these videos whatsoever. I am not in the YouTube program. I'm not in the program that YouTube has that pays you for the amount of views that you get. I'm not in any of that whatsoever. Seriously. I'm genuinely being serious, right? I mean this with all my heart. I am not in that YouTube program, so I'm making no money off this video whatsoever. Not even with the other videos, right? But if you have a massive title, that thing alone is what you need to destroy a person's career. Because once they watch that video and have the proof and evidence that this person apparently has, that person's career will never be the same again. Because they'll look at him now as a pedophile, a creep, a person that takes advantage of women, all this, all that. And it's just all the guy did was cheat on his girlfriend and all this. Why would you say he's a pedophile for that? That's like me saying to Tyler the Creator, you're a pedophile and a piece of shit. Whilst this motherfucker, all he tweeted was, I hate pancakes or some shit. It doesn't make sense. Why would you even be saying that? If at the same time, you really wouldn't be saying that shit at all whatsoever. To me, it doesn't make sense. And with Sukuna, the final thing, by the way, fuck this guy, bro. Holy shit. I never knew Sukuna until I've seen videos and that and all this. But now watching this video, it tells me more how much of a piece of shit he is. I don't care about whether you think he's a great guy or great guy or he's misunderstood or all this, all that bullshit whatsoever, right? The guy's a piece of shit. That's all I'm gonna say. The guy is a genuine piece of shit. I don't understand. Why the fuck's there a donut? Why the fuck's there a Domino's ad? What the fuck? I need YouTube Premium. Anyways, back to what I was saying. This guy, although he's a piece of shit, and I'm not defending him whatsoever, because cheating is not an excuse for whatever happened, right? Cheating is literally a piece of shit. Cheating is disgusting, bro. Like I said before, I wouldn't wish this on anyone, let alone anything. I wouldn't wish any false allegations. I wouldn't wish anything and all this and all that. No, I wouldn't wish this on anyone. Right? But fuck Sukuno, honestly. Like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Cheating on his girlfriend for this and that. It's just pathetic. Like, this guy just gained nothing whatsoever. And, like, the fact that this motherfucker's just, like, sitting there being like, yo, I didn't mean to cheat on him and all this and all that whatsoever, all this shit. It's just like, what the actual fuck? Dude, you cheated. That's all they need to know. And all this. And, like, it doesn't make fucking sense. Like, this shit had me so fucked up. It ain't even funny. But, like I said before, a false accusation, a false document like this is enough to destroy a man's career, despite it no matter what. Whether it's a small career, a big career, or a career that's just starting. This very thing alone is enough to destroy a man's career. That's all I'm gonna say. And for the victims, honestly, these apparent victims, I'm not gonna say all of them are apparently victims and shit. There could be some actual victims that Sukuno did. But, like, at the same time, I do hope some of them get fucking closure. And if it's a false allegation, knock them up or some shit. Because classifying him as a pedophile or because he cheated is disgusting and crazy. Like, in all conclusion, I'm gonna end the video by saying this. Do I respect Sukuno? Do I think he's a piece of shit? Fuck yes. Would I classify him as a pedophile? No. Do I think his girlfriend's like a girlfriend's like a cuck to Sukuno? Yeah, I guess. I think so, yeah. I'm gonna say yeah, but, like, at the same time, I don't know. And do I think that these victims should be held accountable? Half of them, yes. The other half, I'm not sure. Because there could be actual victims of this. And I don't want to say all of them are victims because we don't know if the story is true. But yeah, that's my take on it. And that's going to be the end of the video. So if you not enjoyed this reaction video, please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you guys in the next video. But until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, go touch grass, and avoid these accusations, guys. It's not really worth it. Peace out.